Hello everyone and welcome back to another Pony&Wolf Productions video. My name is visualbrony and today we are reading the story Sued by DeathToPonies. So I do not agree with that statement. Well, everyone has their own opinion and is entitled to it, right? And we should all respect it. That is at least my opinion. And here is the amazing list of those amazing people who keep supporting this amazing channel. And that is also my opinion, that this channel is amazing. If your opinion differs from that, then I'm wondering why you're actually here. But I'm glad that you are here because that means we are entertaining you. So, let's get into the meat of the story because I'm fairly certain that I'm annoying you at this point, and my furry overlords have informed me that I should simply get on with it. You know, of the merry variety? Discord, why do you look like that? A question that simple was all Fluttershy could manage, completely awestruck as she stood in the brilliant glow of every primary color at once, beaming over her and pulsing with varying degrees of strength. Before her stood Discord. At least, she thought. The silhouette of the Draconicus she had come to and love was there, but nearly every other aspect was changed. His wings were now glowing neon pink, and his scales had been glittering with purple light for some time. His eyes glowed yellow-green, and he was even growing a second set of teeth behind the first pair. His tail had grown longer, thicker, and more powerful than before. His snout was narrower and sharper, and his jaw grew wider to accommodate it. There were also several small holes that appeared on either side of him as if the skin around them had been torn away. When he opened his mouth, there was a loud crackling sound, and his fangs looked larger than they ever had before. His hair had become brighter in color and spun faster when he moved his head. His horn was still golden sharp, but the tip had become smaller. It had lost its pointed shape and instead took the form of an arrowhead. It was no longer smooth like it once was, and there were several cracks running along it from the top to bottom. His feet were slightly longer and more slender than before. They were now sporting 3 claws each. His thighs looked bigger and stronger than before, and the muscle bulged out of them. The soles of his feet were now brown and black, and they were now covered in tiny, sharp spikes.
"Oh, Fluttershy,"
he spoke, with a thankfully recognizable voice.
"Aren't I edgy?"
As he spoke the word edgy, he raised up his fists and shook them side to side like an excited child. Fluttershy blinked, expressionless. "You didn't answer my question. Why do you look like that?"
"Oh, I would have hoped you would have guessed,"
sighed the creature who was apparently still Discord.
"Come on, isn't it obvious?"
Another moment of silence. Fluttershy slightly tilted her head, not moving the rest of her body at all, before twisting it back to her original position. "No."
"For Celestia's sake, I'm offended!"
Discord spoke with real sincerity.
"Just wait till I tell Eric and Aris about this."
"Eric and Aris?"
"My siblings, of course. I lost them in the war, you know."
Fluttershy let out a very deep sigh. "Discord, I don't know what you're talking about. This isn't a great time for one of your games. I'm in a really bad mood, and honestly, I had hoped to just spend the night with you.
I'm serious!
Discord continued earnestly.
During the Great War 500 years ago.
Weren't you in a stone prison 500 years ago?
During the Great War 5,000 years ago.
Discord didn't miss a beat.
I fought along my brother and sister against the world and the Benababar Kabababor in a fight for our very reality.
Huh.
Now, Benababar Kabababor had only one weakness, the Stone of Eternal Truth. I wore it around my neck every single day. Now there we were, the three of us siblings, standing against him. He knew I had the stone, but arrogant Eris knew that the world needed me more than it needed itself.
That doesn't even make any sense.
So when Benababar Kabababor tried to lunge at me, arrogant Eris stepped in, deflecting his attack. Now, Benababar Kabababor...
Do you have to say his full name every single time?
Yes. Now, Benababar Kabababor knew their trick, and it wasn't too late. They cast a special, one-of-a-kind family spell that sealed me in another dimension for
5,000
years! In the process, they sadly sacrificed themselves. Now, to this day, I wonder when Benababar Kabababor will show his face again, such that I may finish what I started.
Discord slowly reached into his own chest, retrieving a large glowing stone.
And avenge my family!
The two stood in silence for a few more moments. Okay, that's all great, Discord, but why are we on the moon? Asked Fluttershy, matter-of-factly.
Oh, I thought it would look cool for the showdown.
Showdown? What do you... Fluttershy could barely get the words out before a horrifying screech blasted through the night sky. A massive, hellish creature emerged from the depths of space, its mouth as wide as an entire planet. Its grotesque form was shaped like a human, but with a large, bulging forehead, a long neck, short arms, and a thick tail which served as a third leg. It had a reptilian body, but instead of legs, it had two pairs of spindly, thin tentacles. Its skin was pale green and wrinkled. Its fingers and toes were webbed together.
It's him!
Cried Discord.
Benababar Kabababor!
Fluttershy looked unimpressed. Discord leapt up into the air and his entire neon ridiculously body began glowing. He screamed towards the galaxy-sized beast.
You took my family from me! Now I will take back the universe from you!
He cried as loud as he could to the heavens, raising the stone and covering everything in a brilliant flash of light. When the light faded, Fluttershy and Discord were standing back in Fluttershy's cottage. Discord looked normal again. As normal meant for him, anyway. What, Fluttershy cleared her throat. What was that?
Come on, you didn't guess that entire time? Twilight sued me, Fluttershy. She marry-sued me.
Oh, sighed Fluttershy, unimpressed. Look, I've had a really bad week, so can we just...
I'm sorry, Fluttershy.
Discord looked crestfallen.
I thought that this would cheer you up. I know you've been having a bad week, so I thought some ridiculous nonsense and a really bad pun might help. Turns out, even as a Mary Sue, I can't be the perfect friend.
Fluttershy smiled weakly. Don't worry, Discord. You may not be a Mary Sue. You'll always be perfect to me. Discord smiled back. Now, Fluttershy said, getting a bit of energy back. Let's see that form one more time. When we prank Rarity with this, you have to do it even better.
Oh, goody!
Exclaimed Discord.
It is once again time for comment time with me, Luna, the comment kitty. Like and subscribe so that my can openers can buy me more amazing toys and treats. Sometimes I allow them to buy some food and stuff for themselves too, but only after I had my own share first. Also don't forget the merch store and the Patreon in the description down below. That way you can get stuff earlier or support the channel and get amazing merchandise. This story is weird to say the very least, but I like it. It is also quite sweet of Discord to go ahead and instigate all of this just to try and make Fluttershy feel better. I know my papa would do the same to raise my mama's mood. He is kinda sweet and chaotic like that. Now go away, there is an app with my name on it.